Hi, this is Alain here, and I'd like to show you the ScoreClub Course Map. ScoreClub is designed as a series of courses that can be taken individually. They're all self-contained and work on their own. But really what's more interesting here is that all these courses are modular. They're all meant to be combined together. They don't step on each other's toes. They don't go over the same material, but really intended to be synergistic with each other to make a complete course of study. So with this map here, we can see how you can work your way through this whole series of courses here that we have so far. So how we follow this map, there's two ways. The first one is vertically, and that would be if you are taking one course at a time. So here, going vertically, we can start with Essential Composer Training. Now this will depend on where you're at with your own training and your knowledge, and that will also depend on what you're interested in. But keep in mind that everything is meant to go from one to the other. So if you do not have good voicing and voice leading skills, and you're not solid with that, with your SATB writing, right, with your chorale writing, then you're going to have a harder time with orchestrating the line, which builds on that. Okay, so let's say we're starting though with Essential Composer Training. Let's begin there. So that'd be the first course. So the second one, going vertically, would be Practical Counterpoint, working on counterpoint. And then after that, the third one down vertically would be Memorable Melodies. And then you go on like this to Modal Mastery and Orchestrating the Line. So when there are two at the same level, you pick one or the other. I would recommend Modal Mastery first because that deals with harmony, and then tackle Orchestrating the Line if you don't have time to do both at the same time. And lastly then, Orchestrating the Line too. And that's if you take the course vertically, and you can start at any point where you'd like, depending on what you know. The next approach is to follow the arrows, and that's if you have more time and you want to or are able to do multiple courses at the same time. So here again, we'd start with Essential Composer Training, and you can see here that at Lesson 9 for Essential Composer Training, where it says Figuration, that's about where you'd be doing Second Species, right? So that it matches. It's the same elements here that you want to make sure that you do kind of at the same time because they help each other out. Now the right arrow here going to the Melodies course means that once you've finished that figuration lesson and you're comfortable with that, then you have the skills and the techniques to tackle the Motivic Mastery course. So at this point, what starts to happen is that you're doing 3 courses at the same time. You're doing the Composer Training, the Counterpoint, and the Motivic Mastery course. And this is where it gets fun because the Motivic Mastery stuff can actually, and you should, use it in your Practical Counterpoint course. And also use it in your Composer Training so that when you're harmonizing, here, again, harmonizing part 2, harmonize your Motivic Mastery melodies, the stuff you're writing there, right? So make it all work together. That's exactly how this is designed, the synergy I was talking about. So once you're done Essential Composer Training, the arrows here clearly lead you either to Modal Mastery or Orchestrating the Line. Now here, you can do both at the same time, or if you want to pick just one, you start with Modal Mastery, then go to Orchestrating the Line, because at that point, you might not have completed your Motivic Mastery or Counterpoint classes, right? So you might want to wait. It depends how much time you have on your hands, of course, and how fast you want to go through this. But again, whatever you're doing with Memorable Melodies, you should be applying to Orchestrating the Line, to Modal Mastery, and so on. Everything should cross-pollinate, should be in synergy. But if a course like Essential Composer Training happens before another one, that means that it's kind of a necessary course to have before reaching it. As we see here in the little gray box I wrote, it requires the knowledge of 4-part writing and harmony, which we see here, and in Essential Composer Training Foundation. And then we go down to Orchestrating the Line 2, which needs counterpoint study, which also needs Essential Composer Training, which led to Orchestrating the Line 1. And obviously, Orchestrating the Line 1 is necessary for you to understand what's actually happening in Orchestrating the Line 2, because it really builds on those unique concepts here. But if you already know counterpoint, and if you already know your voice leading and harmony, diatonic harmony, then you're set to go. Orchestrating the Line 2 also uses motivic ideas that you could see in Motivic Mastery, and also uses modes as we see in Modal Mastery. All right, and that's the course map. Hope that makes sense to you. If you have any questions, let me know. And in the meantime, keep on writing. All right, thanks.